Hi, my name is Lilia. I'm an English major and I traveled to Florence, Italy for 6 weeks through a global field course. Living in Florence in the summer was very hot, but it was amazing. It was walkable, which I loved. All of the buildings were super cool because they were very old and historic, so they had this very artistic feel to them. It was very historically relevant, I feel like, for what we were doing, because in a creative writing class, it was really nice to be inspired by our surroundings, so it was amazing. It was hot, but I love the fact that it was walkable. The global field course worked where I was able to meet with my professor, my Eastern classmates here every week at Eastern for the spring semester, but then the travel component occurred in the summer for 6 weeks in Florence, Italy. So it was very nice because it was not only I got to get to know my classmates and teacher before I left, but then once we were on the trip itself, we got to know each other more as we spent a couple of days a week in the classroom as well as completing walking tours and doing day trips together, so it was a lot of fun. I think something that Eastern teaches us is that we should appreciate everyone's differences and learn from other cultures, and being able to put that practice into my experience in Florence was really amazing. Not only did I get to learn about other cultures and the way other countries may run, which is completely different from what the US does, it also taught me that I should be grateful for my experiences here in the US and to not take things for granted. There are so many different moments from Italy that I really love and cherish. I did so many different things and I was very fortunate to do some things. So for example, I got to go paragliding and saw the Leaning Tower in the sky. I got to do a sunset boat tour in Cinque Terre and see all the seaside towns from the water. Additionally, I got to go salsa dancing with all my classmates every Wednesday night, which was a lot of fun. And all these things were so many great memories and moments I'm going to cherish for a long time. But I think something also that I really appreciate was the fact that my professor was so motivated to make sure all of us felt very comfortable and got to know each other. So he hosted family dinners, not only at restaurants where we got to try so many different foods, but he also hosted them at his Airbnb with his wife, and they cooked these really amazing homemade Italian meals that we all got to sit around and enjoy together. The preparation for the trip was actually very simple. We had a checklist from the Office of Global Learning that helped us stay on top of all of our documents that we would need to submit to be able to go on the trip, and the office was very accommodating to make sure that everyone stayed on track and got everything in on a timely manner, so it was definitely manageable because the office was always in contact with us every couple of weeks to make sure we were doing what we were supposed to. I would absolutely recommend my study abroad experience to any other Eastern student who's thinking about potentially doing an abroad trip. I think the global field courses in particular are very supportive of those who may be nervous to go to another country by themselves. For me, certainly, I've never been to a foreign country alone, so that was very intimidating to think about, but the global field course allowed me to go with a professor that I was comfortable with and with other Eastern students that I got to know ahead of time, so it was a very comfortable experience for me. So I would suggest particularly the global field course if you are a bit unsure about how you would do alone in a foreign country. To schedule a meeting with the Office of Global Learning, please scan the QR code here.